This is terrifying. Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson addresses the media about January's divisional round loss to the Buffalo Bills for the first time in 5 months. Find out why this means trouble for the NFL coming up right here, right now on Ravens Digest. Welcome to the show. Thank you all so much for joining us. For those of you who don't know, my name is Bryce Parker. I'm going to be your host for the day. And if you're new here, make sure that you like, comment, but also please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. You never know when you'll get a chance to be the first 100 subscribers to a channel that's covering everything you need to know about the Baltimore Ravens, probably your favorite football team, or just the team you're interested in. We're going to get to everything such as highlights, trade rumors, training camp, free agency, anything you need to know about this Baltimore squad. You can find out about it right here, right now. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, this past week, mandatory mini camp started for the Baltimore Ravens. They've had a couple practices right now. The team is getting their chemistry together. After practice earlier this week, Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson was able to address the media for the first time, specifically about the loss that they suffered in the divisional round last year to the Buffalo Bills. As we all know, the Baltimore Ravens were a heavy favorite going into the season, also throughout the season, to possibly have this be their year to win the Lombardi Trophy. They fell short when they traveled to Buffalo to play them. The agony of defeat in that last second loss to the Buffalo Bills when they could have went ahead and tied the game. It happens sometimes. We know that it was a loss that it was hard on the fan base, but Lamar Jackson finally spoke out. So let's get right into it. So in that press conference, some of the notes he says, I don't think I ever get over any losses. To be honest, I got losses from youth football that still haunt me. And to be honest, I feel like we're the same guys who are competitive, who play football, like Lamar Jackson. When you have that competitive spirit, some of those losses, they eat at you, especially when you have such a great individual season like he did, a great team success season battling through adversity, like the Baltimore Ravens did in this past season. They thought it was their year. I personally thought it was their year, but they not only just fell short, they underachieved in the playoffs. To what his point, he said, we wish we would have won that game. I wish I didn't throw that interception. I wish I didn't fumble. I wish the mishaps with Andrews didn't happen, but it happened, and it's a lesson learned. So that next time, we're going to do something better. Now, Lamar Jackson later was alluding to the fact that he's basically on a revenge tour to get back some of the respect and some of the losses and the embarrassment that they had from that loss in the divisional round back in January. The Baltimore Ravens are now equipped, or they feel as though it's their time to go attack the Buffalo Bills. They feel as though it's time for them to get revenge, not just with the Buffalo Bills, but also they're on a scorched earth tour right now. As we had in our video yesterday, DeCosta making another great free agent move to go get Jair Alexander. Some of them was they made in the draft. Some of them was they made in free agency. They're all in, and the Baltimore Ravens are ready to go on a tear in 2025. Now, why is Lamar Jackson equipped to do so? I'm going to tell you about some of the offensive help he got. Let's just go over really quick. You signed D-Hop in free agency. You give Bateman a new contract. I believe it was a 3-year contract. Keaton Mitchell's now back from injury. Now you have a true three-headed monster in the backfield with Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell. Offensively, in the run game, you can do so much. And it actually really a four-headed monster with Lamar Jackson, the best dual-threat quarterback that the NFL has ever seen. And also, we saw from OTAs, offensive coaches and head coach John Harbaugh saying that Tez Walker is going to have an elevated role in this offense next year. He's going to have an increased portion of the target share. And I believe that that's going to just extend the passing attack even more than it was last year with Lamar Jackson eclipsing 4,000 passing yards. So let's get into it. They will not have to wait long for them to get their get back against the Buffalo Bills. They start with the season opener, week 1 against the Bills at Buffalo. They get to go to the site where it all went down, where they had to go to Buffalo in those frigid temperatures, where they experienced the agony of defeat and get their get back. So you got that in week 1, and after week 1, it's still going to be a gauntlet of a schedule for the Baltimore Ravens. They're going to have a lot of teams that have Super Bowl aspirations, who have playoff aspirations themselves, and the Baltimore Ravens are in prime position to go show themselves, show the world, show the NFL that they are not playing, that this is their year. They're going all in. So again, like I said, you have week 1 against the Bills at the Bills. Then you turn around week 3, you're going to host the Lions on Monday night. You're going to have a QB battle between Lamar Jackson and Jared Goff. You're going to have a battle of 2 different stylized offenses that has been electric the past couple years in the NFL with the Lions. You have this electric firepower. You have these trick plays. You have offensive linemen catching and throwing touchdowns everywhere. And then you have the dynamic running attack of the Baltimore Ravens with Derrick Henry. Again, like I said, you basically have a 4-headed monster of this rushing attack, and especially how Lamar Jackson has been able to elevate as a passer. This is going to be a game that I'm going to be looking forward to, especially because the Lions have Super Bowl aspirations. They're not just trying to win the NFC North. The Lions are trying to win the Super Bowl. So the Ravens are going to get a chance early to go throw some haymakers at the Lions, especially on Monday Night Football. That's going to be so exciting. Then next week, week 4, you travel to the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't really got to say too much. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, get your popcorn. I mean, we already saw what it was last year with the season opener with the Baltimore Ravens being literally a toe away from defeating the defending champs on week 1. So you got that next week. Then the following week, week 5, again, this is a 3-week stretch of the Lions, Chiefs, and then now the Texans. You're going to host the Texans at home. Host the Texans at home. You have C.J. Stroud. You have a quarterback battle between Lamar Jackson and C.J. Stroud you can look forward to. I made a video yesterday on TikTok talking about how the Ravens now have the best secondary, and a lot of Texas fans said not so fast. So you're going to see these 2 monster secondaries, battle it out. But also it's just going to be a great game. You got 2 great teams. They're 2 greatly coached teams. 2 teams who have a lot of young talent and vet talent in that room. That's going to make it an exciting matchup. And then another week after that, 4 straight weeks of monster matchups for the Ravens. You have week 6, you're going to host the Rams. There's not much to say. Matthew Stafford, Hall of Famer, he's going to get his gold jacket one day. This Rams team had a tough loss to the Eagles in the playoffs. They're going to want some retribution. I believe that the Rams think that they're close. The Rams believe they're getting there, especially with the addition of Devontae Adams in the offseason. The Rams are going to want to see, this could actually be a test for the Rams to see who are we, can we go and beat the big dogs at home, on the road, in their home. And the Ravens are going to just say, hey, we've been here, we've been doing this. And this is a chance to show that when you're playing playoff caliber teams back to back, can you be consistent and can you put up wins? And I believe that this is an opportunity for the Ravens to show that they can go against the gauntlet, that they're going to be battle tested going into the playoffs. Now, it's going to be rough. They might drop one of these games. We all know attrition might wear in. Again, these are good teams. This is the regular season. Injuries do happen. But I do believe that this 4-week stretch of the Lions, Chiefs, Texans, Rams is going to be something amazing. It's going to be some great football to watch. Now, you got a couple weeks after that, a little bit of a break. You're going to go the Ravens are going to go to Minnesota in week 10. Fireworks. Again, another team that's trying to win a Super Bowl. You got Sam Darnold, You have J.J. McCarthy coming off of injury. J.J. McCarthy coming off an injury. You have a team that had Super Bowl aspirations last year that overachieved. They're going to want to show that this is not a fluke. Again, for them, there's going to be a chance to show or go against the Ravens and say, hey, we're here. This wasn't a fluke last year. I know we have a quarterback who's starting in their first season, but we are here to play, and not just here to play. We're here to win. Now you have another stretch after that. Weeks 13 to 15 might be the hardest stretch that the Ravens are going to play just from being mentally locked in. You have week 13 with the Bengals, right? You play them at home. Next week you play the Steelers, and then you at home, and then you got to travel back to Cincinnati to play the Bengals again. These are divisional matchups, and we all know that the AFC North divisional matchups, they're bloody. It's a black and blue division. They're going to fight. They're going to run the ball. They're going to play hard defense. It's going to be cold. Again, this is probably going to be around December. Early December. It's going to be cold in Baltimore. It's going to be cold in Pittsburgh. It's going to be cold. Well, they're playing Pittsburgh at home the first time. But it's going to be cold in Baltimore, and it's going to be cold in Cincinnati. These are divisional matchups. They happen back-to-back weeks in the end of the season when attrition is setting in, when bodies are getting tired. I believe this is going to be a great stretch of football for the Ravens and just for the fans. Like, again, you're going to see the Ravens for the Bengals, then the Steelers, then the Bengals again back-to-back weeks. Craziness. Then week 17, you're going to play another NFC opponent who has Super Bowl aspirations, another great quarterback in Jordan Love. You're going to play Green Bay. Sorry, I jumped the gun. You're playing Green Bay. You're playing a quarterback with Super Bowl aspirations. It's going to be a year of quarterback battles for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. That's going to be great to see how Zach Orr schemes them up defensively, but also just to see how these guys go compete and duel it out. I'm completely excited. And then they end the season at Pittsburgh going into the playoffs. A gauntlet of a schedule, a gauntlet of a season. But this schedule is completely set up to it's completely set up to put the Ravens in position to showcase that they are truly on scorched earth, that they're going to see every team and be like, check, 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 check. Who's next? Like, it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great thing to watch. And I cannot wait to see Lamar Jackson go get his get back. I cannot wait to see how this Ravens team bounces back. And I cannot wait to see how they treat these opponents, these giant behemoth of opponents that they're going to have to face throughout the season, whether in the AFC, the NFC, or even if they're in their own division. So, that being said, do you think that it's going to be possible that the Ravens are going to be able to have sustained greatness with such a big gauntlet of a schedule? Do you think this could be Lamar Jackson's third MVP this season? Do you think he goes truly scorched earth the entire season, puts an even better campaign to bolster and to strengthen his argument that I am the best player in the National Football League? What do you think? What do you think that their record is going to be? That's actually what I want to know. Please put in the comments, what do you think the Baltimore Ravens record is going to be going into this 2025 season? I might put my prediction in there too. So, hey, you never know. But thank you so much for joining us. And like, comment, but again, subscribe so that you can stay in touch with everything that's going on with this Baltimore Ravens team. Let us know what you need, and let us know what you want to see in the comments from us, whether that be more reactions, more trades, more highlights. We're here for you. We're here to serve you. So thank you again so much for coming. And as always, go Flock.